Hello, and welcome to video 2 for this section of the legislative branch. Today we're going to focus on some more constitutional powers of Congress. But before we get to the things that they can do, we're going to talk about the things that they can't do. So hopefully, as you've noticed by now in our class, Congress is a pretty important branch of government, and they have a lot of different powers. And so Congress cannot, however, suspend the writ of habeas corpus. I think we've mentioned that before, so I want you to take a second and think about what you think habeas corpus might mean. And now, habeas corpus, this is a Latin phrase, and it literally means to have body, okay? So the writ of habeas corpus, let's say you get arrested and you're thrown in jail. You can't be just left in jail forever without being brought to court, without being told what you're accused of, without being given the opportunity to defend yourself, okay? To do that, to make you just sit in jail forever, that would be suspending the writ of habeas corpus, and Congress cannot do that. Another thing Congress cannot do is pass bills of attainder, okay? Now, a bill of attainder is a bill that or a law that would make a crime illegal and wouldn't even allow anyone to be given a trial for it. Just automatically, oop, you're guilty, you're punished, that's it, okay? And they can also not pass ex post facto laws, okay? Now, this phrase ex post facto means after the fact, okay? So an ex post facto law would make a crime of something that was not illegal when it was committed. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that on Sunday, I decide that it is illegal. No, let's back up. Let's say that on my birthday, on September 10th, I decide that it's a great idea for me to go walking up and down Main Street, squawking like a chicken. Because why not? It's my birthday. And on September 11th, the day after my birthday, Congress passes a law that says, no, Mrs. Petty, you cannot walk up and down Main Street squawking like a chicken. And then they throw me in jail for what I did the day before. Can they do that? No, because when I did it, it wasn't a crime. However, if I do the same thing on September 12th, then they can punish me for that, okay? So that's an ex post facto law. All right, so now moving on to the taxing and spending powers of Congress. So Congress has what we call the power of the purse, okay? Now, don't think of like a little old lady with a really big purse, full of bricks, swinging it around at people. The power of the purse means that they have the power to control federal spending, okay? So some things that go along with federal spending. You've got revenue bills, and a revenue bill is a bill that generates money, and they always begin in the House of Representatives, okay? They always, always, always begin in the House of Representatives. An appropriations bill, this is like the first step in spending federal money. They have to appropriate, well, actually it's the second step. They have to appropriate money, or they have to set it aside for a specific purpose. And then Congress also deals with the national debt, which is not a fun topic to talk about right now. If you ever looked at the debtclock.org, which we will in class, you'll see the national debt is in the trillions and not going down anytime soon, okay? All right, scooting on to bankruptcy laws. Congress has the constitutional authority to deal with bankruptcy laws. However, a lot of the bankruptcy laws are left to the states. The states can determine how different levels of bankruptcy function in their individual state. We also have Congress, they have the authority to deal with interstate and foreign commerce. And that's something we talked about whenever we discussed the Heart of Atlanta motel case. So interstate commerce, of course, means commerce among the states. Foreign commerce is going to be our money relationship with other countries. We talked about how Congress passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 using their Commerce Clause powers, which was really a stretch. So think about how that happened. And the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed using Congress's commerce power because they said that if anyone is prevented from entering an establishment, especially if they're crossing state lines, that's a violation, or that falls under Congress's interstate commerce authority. And we already talked about the Heart of Atlanta case in class. So I will go ahead and stop it there. And if you guys have any questions, let me know.